Hello crafty friends, this is Rachel, Crafting Mama Bear. I'm finally getting around to filming my June 2025 completed coloring pages for y'all. Yeah, it was a crazy fast month. It went by, I mean, between like swimming lessons and play dates and all of that, it was just a busy month. I got a lot of coloring done though, so that's good. All right, so to go over my monthly stats. I colored 37 pages in 30 different books. I colored 3 digital images on my iPad and 0 double page spreads. I had 1 buddy color with Craft Time with Yaya. I colored in 9 untouched books. I still have 8 in my collection that need to be colored in. I purchased 14 books, well, I got 14 books this month. One of them was gifted to me by Craft Time with Yaya. And let's see, so that gives my total book collection total, it changes it to 60. And for the year, I have completed 154 pages so far. For YouTube stats, I ended the month with 1697. I gained 97 subscribers this month. Thank you so much. Hi. I hope you enjoy the channel. I do have a couple more videos that I have planned. See, I have video plans. It just doesn't always work out with being a stay-at-home mom right now. So my daughter will start school in the fall, and that will open up my days a little bit more to put out some content. So I got 4 videos this month, and I put out 3 shorts, which yay for me, because the shorts was a thing on my bucket list that I wanted to get done. So let's get into it. The first thing I have is from Simple Patterns, and I did 3 really quick pages in here, and I was just trying out my gel sticks. I have the King Art, and so this was all just me putting the color down and seeing how it blended out or seeing how it spread with water. So I tried that one. And then this one was my Sunny water-soluble pastels. Again, I think I used water on this to see how it blended out. It wasn't terrible. I think I need to put more pigment down, and most likely when I use these mediums, instead of putting direct to paper, I will scribble it off onto a little piece of plastic or something, and then move it onto the page. And this was my gel highlighters. This one, I don't think I used water. I just put down the color and used my finger to see how well it would blend together. And this was a pretty good, I think this was a pretty good result for those gel highlighters. They're very, very soft pastel colors, so the color payout isn't like crazy, but yeah, I was happy with that. All right. Second, I completed a page in this Disney book that I got last month, and I completed the cover page. Mulan's skin, yeah, it was interesting. And this paper is nice, but it's thick and it really soaks up the alcohol marker. So I used a shade that was too dark, and I went and tried to use my colorless blender to blend it out a bit and lighten it up, and it just didn't seem like it wanted to move. Like, once this paper gets the color, using a colorless blender on it is almost impossible, at least with the dark colors. So I used alcohol marker, and then I went over with some colored pencil for some of the shading. And yeah, there is that page, and now that is no longer an untouched book. In this Cupcake Sweet Treats by Such and Such Diva, I colored several pages in here. I colored this page, and this image is in the book, and so I just went to that page and I pulled the colors that it called for on this image, so I did it on the front. So I finished this. I finished this page, and I am using my Cali Art Pastel alcohol markers on this book. That's what I bought it for. And I completed this page. I think this was the last one. Yes. So 3 pages in there. I showed this book in my haul, and so I don't know if I should consider it a completed coloring page, but I mean, it's a coloring book, so I mean, I drew the design, so I'm going to count it. Whether or not that's right or not, that's okay. So I completed 1 page in here, and if you haven't seen my haul, this book has blue line work, and some of it is super detailed and some of it is not so detailed, but I just go in with my Micron pens and write over the blue lines, and it's very, very relaxing. So next, this is my buddy color book. So Craft Time with Yaya, she sent me this book, and then she wanted to buddy color this page in it. And I don't own many Amazon books at all because I loathe the paper. I mean, it's not my favorite at all because of the amount of warping that you get. So this was what I did. I used alcohol markers. Alcohol markers on all of it. I used a stencil guide to give me the circle, and then I used some distress ink. And I also used, I believe it was my King Art. Yeah, my King Art twin tip metallic pens. I have a whole bunch of different colors of them, and I used them and just dotted in on the birds in different colors. So I thought this was Grandma, this was Mama, and this was Daddy. Just cute little family of sleepy birds. So I will go ahead and pop Yaya's picture right here. She did a fantastic job. Thank you so much for the book. I really appreciate it. Now I want to add more R.J. Hampson books to my collection. Hopefully, can someone tell me, are the bigger R.J. Hampson books, like the frog books, and I think Serenity is one. That's kind of the one that I think I want to get. Are they on Amazon paper, or is there an option to get it on better paper? Okay, that's a question I have. Someone please answer me below. All right, next one is a Stress Relief Color by Line by Vivid Chroma Studios. My daughter started this page for me and then lost motivation, so I completed it with the Crayola color pencils, yes. Then I did this page, again, with colored pencils. And then the first page. I think I used color pencils, and then I used some of my Crayola super tips for the darker spots. Just kind of playing around with different mediums and seeing what worked well on this paper. Okay, these were just 2 printables that I found on supercoloring.com. I just wanted to do something a little different, and I printed out like horse ones and stuff for my daughter. So I just used my Temu alcohol markers on here and just scribbled it on. I think I did, yeah, there is some glitter on there, and I used those, the ink, these glitter markers that I find at Dollar Tree. It's really kind of hit or miss. Right now, since they're doing their back to school time, is probably the best time to be able to find them. But they have really nice color, and it was just something fun. And then I got this page, and I added a whole bunch of different glitter to it also. So just something kind of different and fun. All right, in Johanna Basford's Small Victories, okay, so I finished this page in April, I believe. However, I just got some King Art chalk pastels from Walmart, and I was watching Elm Colors, and I really wanted to give them a go. So this page, I knew I wanted a background on it, I just wasn't sure what I wanted, and so I went ahead and used my chalk pastels, and I think it's beautiful. I love how just soft it is, and it's not overpowering. The image, I think, pops more off of the page with the light coloring. And Elm Colors also showed that she uses her electric eraser to create some little dots, and so I used that. And on the bottom, I used a darker color to give me some shading, but then I didn't like how kind of messy it looked, so I grabbed a ruler, put it down, and then used my electric eraser to give me a nice sharp line on the bottom. So this isn't my completed page, but I just wanted to show you that I did finally finish it. So the page I did this month in here is this little turtle page. I used, on the background, I used my King Art gel sticks, and I moved it out with water. And then this is done with my Brute Funer colored pencils. I think it turned out super cute. Nothing crazy. I used, again, my little circle stencil, and I thought that I liked the kind of loose watercolor look that I got around the border, but I still felt like it was just missing a little something, so I added some little dash lines with my micron pen. So there. I'm happy to have another page done in Johanna Basford's Small Victories. For next month, I'm giving myself the challenge of completing all of the title pages in my Johanna Basford and Lulu Mayo books. So fingers crossed that I can complete that. In this book, it's my 105 Mandalas. I believe I got this from Barnes & Noble, and I saw it again. This was for the hashtag AC Palette Challenge with Amanda Colors, and I believe this was from last month, and I forgot to share it, so just wanted to share it this time. I used my Crayola Super Tips, and then some gold and silver markers on it. So, all right, Cozy Cottages. This was a new book for me, and I decided to do this page with the little sandcastle. And let me grab my equipment. So I want to see. These were done so long ago. Okay, I used alcohol markers and then some of my Brute Funer macarons over top. This month I did a lot of basing with alcohol markers and then using my colored pencils to add depth and shading, and I thought it was really fun. And then I used some distress ink for the background to add a little bit of blue to it. So that is no longer an untouched book. This book, my daughter and I actually completed this together, and we completely forgot. We did a challenge where we selected 5 different markers. We closed our eyes, just grabbed at random, and then we had to complete the page. I will put a picture of hers right here, and I'll insert it in so you can see what she colored. This was done in June 8th, so we just completely forgot that we did that together. But it's a fun little book. This is our book that my daughter and I work in together. She hasn't been feeling super into coloring this last month or so. All right, mandala coloring book. Y'all know I love mandalas, so This one I wanted to do just a blue palette, and this is what I did. This is alcohol marker, just I'm pretty sure I'm using up my Bic and Sharpie and Pen and Gear alcohol markers for this. And then I did grab a little stencil that I have to make these circles uniform, but all the other silver dots are just extra that I added just using my, I believe it's, yeah, my Sakura, or sorry, my Uniball Signo broad silver pen. So there's that. Another mandala, and I completed this one. Gives me very Mardi Gras vibes, and I completed this one on June 1st. So again, it was just my cheapo alcohol markers and then my Uniball Signo gold pen for some detail work. I have to add little dots and stuff to the patterns. I just can't help myself. And I'm working front to back in this book, and I've completed a lot of these pages before I started my channel. I have this book, and I have one other mandala book that I think only has 2 pages left for me to complete, and then it'll be completely colored. If you're interested in me doing a flip through of all of my completed pages in my books that I haven't shown on the channel, let me know, and I will try and get that completed. All right, this was for the hashtag AC Any Day that Amanda Color does. And this was the image that she selected for this month. And just a really cute, this was an easy alcohol marker. I don't think I used colored pencil on this. Yeah, it was straight alcohol marker. I did use a little stamp from my collection to add the little flowers in there because I thought it was just a lot of green and I wanted a little extra pop of color for that. So there was that page. All right, I did my first page in Maria Troll's Universe book, and it was a page I wanted to get to last month. Here it is, and let me see what I used on this. Okay, I used my woodless watercolor pencils for all of this. And then I used my Uniball Signo broad gold pen for the little dots, and I did outline the black with the gold also. So, super cute. Just a cute little mouse. I really enjoyed this paper, and I'm really excited to see what I can do next in this book. Alrighty, here are some, I have a couple non-Hatchet Hero color by number books, and then we'll get into all of my Hatchet Hero. This was just a easy peasy page that I wanted to get through with regular alcohol markers. It says this is located in Northern Ireland. So there's that. Okay, my Stitch color by number by Thunder Bay Press. I'm going in order of this. I'm going in order because this book goes in order of the movie. So this was the next page that I did. Again, I'm just trying to use up my old alcohol markers, and so there's a lot of some of my markers were running out, and so I think I had to use some crayons and stuff to kind of fill in the background to try and make it look less blotchy, but there's that. And then I have my Villains color by number. This one I completed, this one with the Evil Queen. Again, I just alcohol marker, and I think I used a little bit of colored pencil to add some blush to her cheeks. But other than that, that was an easy finish. All right, the Okay, all of the rest are from my Lireka books. So, this one is in portraits, and for June, I didn't have any plan. I just went through, and actually for all of my color by number books that are from Hatchet Hero, I went onto Google and I just did a randomizer. So however many pages were in the book, I made that the total, clicked, it generated the number for me, and that's the page that I did. I didn't want to have to think about it, and it just made it super easy that way. All right, so this is the page I did in here with Hector from Coco. I used my Guangna acrylic markers, and then in where it wanted this A color, which was like a light golden yellow, I just used my gold Signo pen. So these are so fun to do, and I'm glad to have more pages filling up in these books. In my Petite Poupées, I completed the first page, and it is this Little Mermaid page, and she is adorable. Now, on this page, I was so happy that I had my lingual pins, because without them, this would have been a complete nightmare to do. So my lingual pins and my ultrafine Zabif pens. Now, these are not my favorite. There are probably a quarter of them that write really crummy, and it doesn't seem like I can prime them in any way and then make them work well. So, but it's really nice for these books because they're super detailed, and I have to use my little magnifier. I'll show you. I'm super old. I found this on Temu, and it just sits on my forehead. This sits on my nose. I can wear it over my glasses, and these are interchangeable. It came with, I think, a +1, 150, 175, 2 2¼ and 250. So I can increase the magnification on here if I need to, and it has a light. So this has been really handy, and I really need it for these books that are not only smaller, but that means it's a smaller book and then it's more intricate, so everything is smaller. All the numbers, all of the guidelines, they're all smaller. So on some of Ariel, I used metallic pins on some of her green and the gold. I tried to limit it. I didn't want it too crazy, but I did want her to have a little bit of sparkle. This was a labor of love. It's a small page, but again, with it being as detailed as it is, it took a while to complete her, but I'm very happy that she's done. All right, next is Tomb 11. In here, I finished this Tinkerbell page. And this one was another, this one I did with 100% Linguo acrylic markers. I have a review of the Linguo acrylic markers that I'm going to be putting out this month, and I just wanted to see if I could get a page done 100% with them, and this was what I got. So, it's Tinkerbell. In Vitro, I actually did 2 pages. And here they are. Oh, this is like wax paper for like when you're using graphite paper, and this is like the tracing paper, and it keeps like leaving, I don't know, stuff on my books. I need to use just a regular sheet of paper, so I'll do that right now. Okay, so these I used I'm pretty sure it was mostly Guangna markers, and then I used a fine tip black acrylic pen for all of the black lines. So this was fun. I enjoyed these more than the last couple that I've done. The one I did last month, I did with my Crayola Super Tips, and I will probably end up going over that with acrylic marker because I don't really like the way it looks. But then the first one I did in this book was 100% the Linguo gel pens, and it took freaking forever, but also I added in every single line that the book had, and that I think made this look super, super messy. So as I keep doing this, I'm figuring out how I like to do the pages, and I think this was how I like to do them. So there's that. All right, and dogs and puppies. I completed this page. I almost completed the other page, but I just had too many to complete. I have a goal for myself that I want to color one page in every single one of these color by number books. One, because I really enjoy it, and two, because they're really expensive books and I want to make sure that I'm giving them all love. So there's this page, and then next to it is the devil side. So I will probably do that one this month. Just mark it. I'll do that one this month, and then we'll have two side by side finished. Okay. Next is in Princesses. And this was a buddy color that I was supposed to complete last month, and I didn't get to it. And so here is Tiana. This was a lot of blue, and it was fun to do, but I like pages that have more color in it. So this was kind of like wah-wah to do. Turned out beautiful. I was really happy with it, but yeah, I prefer them when they have a little bit more color. All right, now in Cats and Kittens, I finished this of Duchess. And again, all these are just acrylic marker. Most of them are Linguo because that's what I have the largest selection of. But this one turned out really pretty. Oops. All right. Best of Pixar. I don't know. I must have left tabs in here for other stuff. This one. Come on. I completed this page with Crush and Nemo and Dory. This one was fun. My niece watched this when she was little, and we used to do this little fin, noggin, dude. And so just brings back memories of my niece being little. Alrighty, Best of Babies. I completed this page of Penny. I struggled with this page because of the color code on the bottom. It wanted her skin a lot darker, and I guess maybe I just didn't have enough of that like tone of brown, because once I got her hair done, her skin looked just crazy. So I lightened it up quite a bit, but I think it still doesn't look terrible. So there's that page of Penny. All right, Best of Bestiaire. I finished this fun page. Now, this is lots of color, and I love it. Like, doesn't it just make you feel good when you see all those colors? Like, I love the purple and the teal and this shade of, I mean, it all just goes together so well. I love it. Just lots of fun. All right, in Portraits, I completed this page. And I used to, several months ago when I first started doing these, I was really anal about making sure that all the lines were covered. And now I'm not so worried about it, especially if it's white, because there's just no acrylic white that I'm going to be able to use that's going to 100% be able to cover up the lines. And so I'm just okay with it. I don't think it detracts from the image or the end result, so I'm happy with that. That was a cute little page. And again, Google picked all of my pages that I did. I just had these all stacked up and I just kept hitting the button for it to go through and select a page, and then whatever that was, I put a sticky note and did that page. Okay, I don't remember her name and I don't remember the movie, but once I completed this page, I did watch the movie, and it was a very cute movie. I don't ever remember watching it when I was a kid, so it was a fun little movie. And that's kind of, I enjoy Google just picking stuff, because if I went to the back of the book and picked things, I would never pick her because I didn't know who she was. So there's that. All right, we got 2 more. This is Best of Nature. And I completed this Mulan page. And this one was really fun and pretty. Yeah, the blues and pinks together. Yeah, I love this combo of these colors. It's really, really pretty. And last of the Color by Number books, this is the Best of Classics. And I had another Judy page. So yeah. I did use some of my gold metallic on her badge, just because I wanted to make it shiny. So that was fun. Alrighty guys, let me pull out my iPad. And for June, I completed this little stitch page. And I don't know if it's in all of the iPads, but when I put my camera on, it has an option that says like scan the document. So it will take a picture of just the page that I'm taking a picture of. Like, it won't get any of the background. It just like zones in on the image, and then I can just use it in Procreate. And it was fun because I used some different brushes that gave me some different effects. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. So I just took a picture out of my new stitch book and played around with it on there. I also, before I colored my my Disney Princess page, I took a picture of it and then I completed it on here. And the colors, like, one thing I like is that the colors will be on the bottom, and then you can just click on the color and then it adds it to like a bank that you can use, but it doesn't get the colors really great. So I felt like on a lot of these the colors were very similar, but again, I used a different brush that gave me I don't know, kind of like a chalky look, so it didn't fill it in 100%, and I thought it was just kind of fun and a little different. And last was this. This was a page that I got from supercoloring.com. Took a picture of it, and I've got a couple other images that I got off of that website that I want to be able to complete during the fall. So, yes, I believe that's it. Yes. All right. So that is it. That is all for my June completed pages. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what was your favorite page that I completed. I think my favorite one was my Johanna Basford Small Victories with a little turtle. I thought he was just adorable. So yes, and again, if you want to purchase any of the Lireka books, I buy a lot of them, and Lireka gave me a discount code for my subscribers. So it is listed in the description bar. On your first purchase, you can use it, and it'll give you 5% off discount off of your first complete order. So there's that. Alrighty, I will clean all this up, and then I'm going to get to working on some of my acrylic marker videos that I really, really want to get out for you. I know that Coloring Chemist put out a video about some of the Languo pins and colors, and I have those also, and so I want to kind of add to the information that's already out there for everyone. So yes, I will be working on those, and I will get them up just as soon as I possibly can. Yes, so I will see you all in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.